I like that, you like that, so let's be crazy. The contact, impact, I want that daily. Our breath getting deeper, deeper lately. I like that, baby, 'cause I can't get enough. Yeah, I can't get enough. Yeah, I can't get enough of your love. Give me some more of it. I can't get enough. Yeah, 'cause I can't get enough.
Dice que no le es suficiente, está mal de la mente. Cuando está solita que entre, música para ponerla en ambiente, yeah. Ella quiere que como aquella vez, le busco todo. Todo lo que se pone bonito se le ve. Empezamos a pie y ahora andamos en el jet. Vamos a calentar, baby, tú. No se quiere olvidar, lo quiere recordar, baby.
'Cause I can't get enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get enough.
Latino can.
Yeah, I can't get enough of your love. Give me some more of it. I can't get enough. Yeah, 'cause I can't crazy. I like that, you like that, so let's be crazy. The contact, impact, I want that daily. Our breath getting deeper, deeper lately. I like that, baby. Yeah. Ooh, no one's gotta know. We can keep it low key. I'll be fine alone, long as you're alone with me.
Tell him.
So incredible, unforgettable on me. 'Cause I can't get enough.
Benny Blanco,
Yeah, I can't get enough.
Chibabe man, Selena.
Yeah, I can't get enough of your love. Give me some more of it. I can't get enough. Yeah, 'cause I can't get enough.
Now it's time for 2K TV Interactive. What high school did I go to? The correct answer is Pete Knight High School.
All right, let's talk NBA.
Let's do the starting lineup for the visiting Phoenix Suns. At power forward, Dario Saric. At center, Aaron Baines. At point guard, Ricky Rubio. At the other forward position, Oubre. At the other guard position, Devin. The head coach of the visiting team is Monty Williams.
Starters. Target center, are you ready? At the small forward position, standing 6'5", number 12, Travion Graham. At the point, at 6'3", number 0, Jeff Teague. Starting at the other forward position, at 6'6", number 33, Robert Covington. Starting at the other guard, at 6'6", number 22, Andrew Wiggins. At center, 6 feet 10 inches, number 32, Karl-Anthony Towns.
everyone. Time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan along with Karl-Anthony and Brent Barry. David Aldridge will be reporting from the sidelines. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, since Devin Booker's been in the pros, he's been able to show his ability to create. He said at Kentucky, all I shot was catch and shoot threes. I was fitting in with my team, playing off of others. But my dad always taught me the fundamentals. I don't want to rely on one thing. Being good at everything is how you earn your spot on the floor. Kevin?
He's doing it all, D.A. Thanks. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Kaminsky.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And now the opening lineup for Phoenix. Inside, Saric and Baines. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Oubre in at the 3. And for Minnesota, Covington at the 4 with Towns in at the 5. Teague is at the point with Wiggins at the 2. And it's Graham in at the 3, the small forward. Many players on their best behavior to start the year. Do things get more chippy as the season goes on?
If you were in a marriage, Kevin, let's say, and you are. Let's say you had what's called the honeymoon phase.
Yes.
Right around December, that's about your 5th year of marriage. And guys start to think about, you know what, I keep seeing you every day, and I don't like how it is that I'm playing, and I don't like where we are right now. It's cold in this gym. What is going on? That might spill over occasionally to competition on the field.
Well, because my wife plays this game, watches our broadcast,
yeah.
I'm always in the honeymoon stage.
I'm looking at you, Kevin, and I cannot believe you just said that.
I can't believe she's playing it.
And how about capitalizing there in close? Saric has the touch to take advantage from just about anywhere.
Booker outside. Baines. The shot comes out. Towns with the defensive effort. Minnesota with the ball. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
When they ran the offense right, they found some easy shots. But on that occasion, it was few and far between.
Yeah, lots of ups and downs. One good possession, 2 bad ones, one good one. They could never get on a steady run and play some solid offense.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's...
Oh, that was huge!
Incredible.
That's the kind of work you want your point guard to do. Sensational ball movement by Jeff Teague there to set up his man.
Here's Booker. He's coming off a 19-point game against New Orleans.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
No, he's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that. It's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense, and it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
The first one falls. And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age that is so incredible.
Very capable 3-ball shooter, but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game.
And Towns drops them both.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
The Suns have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. To the inside. That's good from Booker on the assist by Rubio.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Wiggins. And stolen by Booker. Oubre. Right side. Here's Saric, and terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2.
And the anticipation of Saric, outstanding at staying engaged and just eating up those rebounds.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now, here's Rubio. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. 5 to shoot. Here's Wiggins. Oubre pulls it in. The Suns trailing. And Booker kicks to Rubio. There's the pass to Booker. Saric trying to break free. No good from Booker. The Timberwolves have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Graham with the bucket.
Clearly defensive miscue there. If there's not a body on him that's sitting at the mid-range, that's a defensive mistake.
Here's Baines. He's certainly been a consistent piece of their offense, averaging about 14.5 points a game. Saric passes to Baines. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Oubre outside. Lets the three fly. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 3 assists now in this one. And the dunk by Town.
And while Teague certainly looks for his shot often out there, he also possesses strong handles and a good passing ability.
Suns have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Teague on the double team. Rubio finds Baines. And he gets it to go. Booker's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Wiggins drives in. And Wiggins throws it down.
Wow, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And it's Rubio with the ball for the Suns. Trailing by 2. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, you saw the communication breakdowns defensively. Just giving up way too many open looks.
Yeah, sometimes you can play good on-ball defense, but it's the help defense that makes you elite. And on that night, nobody rotating and not a lot of help.
Here's Saric after the made shot from Karl-Anthony Towns. Here's Baines. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Covington with the bucket.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Who's going to miss first? Every time one team scores, the other team right back at you.
Timberwolves leading by 4. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's Towns. He's got 9. Rubio with the rebound.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, that happens. Important thing is for players, just don't beat yourself up and make a miss like that cost you another play.
Good on the triple.
Aaron.
Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Towns. Saric trying to break free. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Teague. Teague's got assist number 5 here tonight. Saric outside. Passes to Oubre. Here's Baines. Graham defending. And he dunks it down.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Minnesota in the lead.
Monty Williams, in his first stint with the Phoenix Suns, was a sought-after hire as a front office personnel member, was with the Spurs before going to Philadelphia, and has been a head coach in the league. Remember his days back in New Orleans with the Pelicans and a young Anthony Davis. So Monty experienced and is going to bring that to the desert.
Here's Baines after the basket by Minnesota, and the shot goes down.
Well, this is why the teammates for Booker are loving him. He keeps working on his ability to find the open teammate.
And it's Towns penetrating. Wiggins trying to free himself up. Towns with the bucket. And that experience you're talking about with Monty Williams is why the Suns wanted him.
Well, Monty's experience in a lot of levels in this league, as an assistant coach, as a head coach, being in the front office, part of player development. That's an amazing calming influence for this young Phoenix Suns team to grow with.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
You got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
I understand the times that you go through your woman things, and sometimes can't gauge clearly on what you be thinking. I swear I got your back and got the tab on what you ain't got to move a finger or pinky when we linking. Whatever keeps your boat afloat or ship sinking, from loose lips of side women stepping out of position, breaking out of a parallelogram, shaping a prism. Stop signs never stop, die. Let's be realistic. I've been trying to get in touch with my senses and be better to my senses, but think that you feminine when you sensitive. My homegirl rapping, she feminist, hold it down for the women.
So for the Suns, Frank Kaminsky comes in for Saric, and Mikal Bridges subbed in for Oubre. Suns trail by 3. Inside. Rebound, Minnesota. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Teague. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
And that set them apart today, guys. Their success with the mid-range.
Phoenix has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. And Baines kicks to Bridges. Now Booker. He's got 6. Rubio. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Now, that play never gets old, Kevin. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Brent, offensive versatility, all the rage now. Which guards do you think do the best job of generating offense with their back to the basket?
I don't know so much as these guys are playing with their back to the basket, Kevin, so much as they're finding ways to get the ball without a dribble at about 15 feet away from the basket. So one dribble, they're at the rim.
Right.
They're very effective at the mid-range. Chris Paul and DeMar DeRozan have had tremendous efficiency from those areas on the floor. So those are the kind of players that put some pressure on your defense because they're starting their offense so close to the basket, and they're effective with which they do it. Not on the post, not on the perimeter, and they're finding ways to be impactful.
Here's what Phoenix has got going on right now. Diallo, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Johnson comes in for Devin Booker, and it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
And when it came to three-point efficiency last year, somewhat surprisingly, Phoenix was dead last.
Well, you see the overall average there, and it's because the guys who handled the ball a ton didn't shoot it all that well. Booker shot under 33%. So did Tyler Johnson. So did Kelly Oubre after he came over in the trade. So maybe a new offensive system will help these guys find more consistency in that area.
I love the unselfishness, and you know coaches do as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
And it's the Suns with the ball. After the basket by Minnesota. Pass to Johnson. To the paint. Here's Diallo. Goes back up. Nails the baby hook.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, you just can't afford to give up second chance opportunities again and again.
And the basket by Okogie.
And say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Now here's Diallo. His last outing, he had 8 points.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
He's feeling it. And good. That's a friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Now it's a 6-point Timberwolves lead. They get a hand on it. Towns with the steal. Here's Teague, and it's slammed in by Teague.
And once again, Jeff Teague getting space in transition can result in plays like that. That's going to hurt.
And here are the Suns now. Pass to Kaminsky. Teague on the double team. Kaminsky, the pass to Johnson. Hits the three-point bomb. Johnson's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Suns.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open. It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Suns trail by 7. The pass to Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Good. Yeah. And that's now 6 points for Teague.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Kaminsky. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
2 minutes left.
Johnson surveying the floor. The shot by Carter, nobody around. And the 3 off target. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They lead by 7. Good work there as it goes. Okogie's got 6.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Johnson outside. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Tyler Johnson, a guy that can come off the bench and explode in terms of some scoring and change the pace of the game.
And with the role change for Johnson, Brent, he adjusted well.
He did adjust well, and now here in Phoenix, you wonder how the new coaching staff is going to use him. He's a change of pace player, left-handed, strong and aggressive. Be interesting to see how this year he makes some jumps in his game.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good.
Well, when you look at the skill set of Tyler Johnson, he really is the epitome of a catalyst. Comes in full energy every time, and if he's hitting his shots, you just ride that wave of scoring.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Karl-Anthony Towns. Noah Vonleh comes in for Bell. And Culver's subbed in for Josh Okogie. And with Johnson, Greg, you never know how on his shot will be day to day.
And that's okay. Teams need a player who can carry them off the bench when they get it going.
Johnson is a bit of a microwave that heats up immediately, but if he's cold, you simply drop back the minutes for that game.
The Timberwolves been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4. That free throw, good from Jang. And Jang drops them both.
Yeah, drawing fouls and making them pay at the line.
To the middle. A slam dunk by Diallo.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg. And good that time. And the Timberwolves lead by 9.
And that attacking mindset. When Culver sees an opportunity like that, he just grabs it.
Passes it to Diallo. Now Bridges for the 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Culver's shot is off.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
Bridges' shot, good.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Culver's shot is off.
Well, next time he should do a better job, I think, of getting balanced and set up his feet. That just throws your body way out of whack and hurts your percentages. Well, the D's so tight on him, it makes him alter his shot. And an easy chance turns into a tough one because the defense is swarming.
Good on the bucket.
And for me, guys, this is an area that Culver should utilize more often, showing off that incredible feel with the jumper.
Minnesota foul call.
The Suns have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Tyler Johnson taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
So a guy goes undrafted and then signs a 4-year, $50 million deal. Tyler Johnson has worked very hard for everything that he's gotten.
So Johnson hits 2 of them. Teague with the ball. It's been all about Karl-Anthony Towns for Minnesota. He made his mark in a big way on the boards in that quarter. And don't go away. We'll be right back. One of the most high-powered scorers in the game, Karl-Anthony Towns knows it's important to keep his teammates involved.
You know, everyone has to get some of the sugar, you know, so making sure you're not just being a ball hog. So I'm just always trying to make sure that I'm taking wide open shots that I think everyone in the team would love for me to take if I have the opportunity. But also at the end of the day, making sure everyone gets a chance to be in the candy shop.
I got it. Well, when you're attracting, Greg, all that defensive attention, it creates opportunities for your teammates.
And Towns wants to win big. To do that, though, it's not enough to get numbers. You've got to make your teammates better as well.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
The tandem at the 1 and the 2, Teague and Culver. Layman is out there with Van, and it's Jang in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. A nice shot by Culver.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Teague against Carter. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. That one falls, coming off Carter's feet. 12 points for Johnson.
And Johnson being assertive on the offensive end, and right now it's paying off.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Mikal Bridges. That is his first foul of the game. Minnesota making a switch here. Covington's checked in. And a change for the Suns. Kelly Oubre's checked in for Mikal Bridges. Now here's Teague. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Utah. And they pick up 2.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
And stolen by Jeff Teague. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Well, there's always this talk about Jeff Teague and his speed on display there as he attacks with that opportunity.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. The players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. Some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and this team is thinking. Devin?
Good point, David. Thank you. Got that one up quick. Teague's got the lead up to 14 now for the Timberwolves.
Well, you can tell right now the teammates are scanning the floor to find him and feed him. Why not? He's on it right now.
Andrew Wiggins, he's checked in for Jeff Teague. And for the Suns, Sharch has checked in for Shek Diallo. Booker comes in for Tyler Johnson. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Carter. Now here's Booker. 6 points for him. And Rubio kicks to Kaminsky. That one's off. He starts the game with the miss.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
That one falls. Covington's got 4 this quarter.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Phoenix calls timeout. This, their first chance to take a look at Minnesota this season.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation tonight to show they've improved.
Give you what you came for. I'm coming up, I'm coming up. Feel the rush, I feel the rush. If this ain't legendary, what you call it? I said if this ain't legendary, what you call it? Feel the vibe, I feel the vibe. Extra live, I'm extra live. And I don't need it.
Aaron Baines is checked in for the Suns.
Dancers, let me hear it.
And how about now a quick check of the league's assist leaders. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. 5th, Ricky Rubio.
His passing has been so terrific. You can see his unselfishness really rubbing off on the rest of the team.
Now, here's Rubio. Oubre, left side. Shot to stop the run. Shot's good by Baines. Baines has got 13.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
Yes, that goes in. And the Timberwolves lead by 16.
And usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks, but not now.
Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, 3-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
Here's Wiggins, and he drops it in from the low post. He's got 10.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now trying to put this one away.
And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA level stuff.
Here's Wiggins, and it's Phoenix with the rebound. The drive by Booker. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole. Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Suns trail by 13. Oubre on the wing. And there's the call on Dario Saric. That is his first foul of the game.
Can't lay off Oubre that far. He's good at taking advantage of that separation.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. In player development, Brent, what are some of the primary things that can be taught
I think in today's game, what a lot of PD coaches are looking at, Kevin, is just decision-making, playing out of the pick and roll and coming off into a spot where you're making the correct reads. It's much like, and you cover a lot of football, where you can talk to quarterbacks about their checkdowns. Yes. I think you can teach guys how it is that when they come off a screen, what's going to be available to them, and paint pictures for them so that when they're on the floor, they become second nature in terms of their decision-making. That can be huge. And then the second thing is always player development, working on confidence in shooting the basketball. You just want guys to feel like whatever shot they're taking, they've got a great chance to make it.
And I never want to be famous. Something about to be quick. Something about what I mean. I only feel when I'm down. I've been around and back in the lab. I feel like I'm running around. I need to be able to find. I need to be with my guys. Things in my mind. Thinking about everything that we had. Cruising in the CE rise.
Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Minnesota. They reside in the 7th slot right now in the early part of the season. And, of course, there's the Suns. They're just sitting one spot down right on their heels.
And I think for the Timberwolves, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
Now, you just don't want to sit in the middle for too long. You either want to be competing against the top teams or starting to strategize where you can position yourself for a high lottery pick and maybe turn around your franchise's fortunes.
Here's Covington, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Kelly Oubre.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
For your Timberwolves.
And you gotta love the mindset of Robert Covington when he plays defense. So active with his hands and feet, rarely gets fooled on any up fakes or jab steps.
Free throw drops for Covington. You know, it's easy to see why, Greg, Covington has been named to first-team all-defense in the past.
The team is noticeably different when his defensive presence is missing. I mean, rare to find a perimeter player who is as good as him, both on and off the ball.
And both free throws good for Covington. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. It's a 13-point game. Wasted no time on that one. 8 points for Kelly Oubre.
So big for this offense and crucial that Oubre can continue to knock it. Oh, come on.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Here's Booker after the basket by Minnesota. Basket counts. Booker's got 9 points in the quarter.
Every time he gets going like this, Kevin, somebody's going to talk about that 70-point game he had in Boston. It's not going to be me.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Yeah, that along with maintaining the pace of play right now, playing with tons of intensity.
Now here's Booker. He's got 15, and it's Baines missing.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And it's Wiggins with the jam.
And there's one thing that's never been in question about Wiggins, his ability to be a high-volume scorer. And in case you needed a reminder, he's giving you one tonight.
And it's the Suns with the ball, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Pass to Baines. And Rubio kicks to Baines. Pass to Saric. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Oubre can't get it to go.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And Culver gets it to go on the assist by Chang. Culver's got 12.
Well, he hasn't missed yet, guys, and the defense is scrambling for answers to stop this hot start.
Here's Booker. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Devin Booker is such a natural and gifted scorer. Even when he gets hit on that play, he stays in control with that shot.
And guys, the stellar development of Devin Booker continued last season. Still a firecracker on offense, and took strides to improve his shot selection and, equally as important, his decision-making.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw good, Booker. And Greg, with Booker and his progress, you really see it in his playmaking.
And that is what the Suns want from him long term. They see him growing into the same vein as a player like James Harden, someone who can carry the load offensively and still make others better.
Here's Rubio following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Rubio, the pass to Booker. Back to Rubio. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got 6 assists now in the game.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And Brent, for all the success Booker has had as an individual, he's ready to focus on winning.
Well, focus on winning is one thing, but first focus on leadership, as this team has a new coaching staff, an opportunity with a lot of young talent. Devin Booker is the guy a lot of people are looking towards to make sure that Phoenix rises and finds a way into the playoffs.
First free throw is good.
Well, there's no doubt that Devin Booker possesses a lot of great talent. The question around the league is, when the team becomes competitive that he's playing with, can he consistently carry the load on his shoulders?
And Phoenix making a change here. Bridges checks in. Both free throws good from Booker.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team, Greg.
Some of the numbers for Baines. He's averaging 14 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
Wiggins, he makes his 10th basket of the night from the field. He has missed 2 shots from the floor.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession.
And let's take a look at the numbers for Devin Booker. 3rd in free throw percentage, 9th in three-point field goal percentage. And he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And he possesses so much confidence when he's at the line. You mentioned his free throw accuracy, 3rd best right now in the NBA. And he's earned it.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game?
Rubio with a wide open look. That one misses. And Minnesota now the other way.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And a hard finish there, guys.
Yeah, and only one hand needed for that one. Towns with it. Guarded now by Rubio. Towns, no luck. Suns trail by 17. Booker left side. The shot missing. They've shared the load offensively.
And guys, they put the defense on their heels. You can see right now they're trying to react, and that's what you want when you're in a rhythm offensively. And that's how you do it. Impressive play, explosive finish.
Yeah, sweet finishes like that, you see everybody get up. Look at the guys on the bench. They're fired up.
Now, here's Rubio. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Here's Okogie. Here's Bell. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
And here's Booker. He's got 20. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It goes on Devin Booker. Last season, it seemed like Towns recommitted himself on the defensive end after facing some pretty significant criticism in that department.
You know, he looked like he was playing with a chip on his shoulder defensively. Towns has always had the capability to be a fantastic defender, and I'm really glad that he's focusing on that part of his game as an area to improve.
And the first one at the line is good.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Jeff Teague, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. And the Suns here with a different look. Kaminsky, he's checked in for Aaron Baines. Sheck Diallo comes in for Saric. Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for Devin Booker. And it's Carter in for Ricky Rubio. He's perfect from the line this time.
And for a player with his size, Towns has always been very comfortable at the free throw line. And that's a good thing because he finds himself there quite a bit.
Now here is Carter. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. A slam dunk by Diallo.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play, the board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
That shot is one that Bell would like to hone, continue, and repeat as often as possible.
Johnson outside. Back to Carter. Johnson outside. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Carter up top. Teague covering. Releases. Carter with the bucket.
Javon Carter.
Minnesota leading by 21. Here's Okogie. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And, guys, he saw his chance to earn a little camera time there and took it.
Rocking the rim with some major force.
And typically, he is not the major force in that regard, but good enough to punish a soft defense on that play.
The Suns have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws, 81% as a team.
The first free throw is good.
And, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Layman's checked in. Both shots good from the stripe. 1:12 left in the first half. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
How about battling through the impact there and then willing that basketball in?
For Minnesota, they haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10. .106 left here in the second. Phoenix has gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Now the pass to Johnson. Lays it up off the glass. Johnson's got 14.
He can be tough to contain. Something about lefties that are low to the ground. Got to respect his touch from deep.
Layman gets the bucket. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. In the corner, it's Bridges. And it's off from three-point range.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control. You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And the call will be against Jeff Teague. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. For Phoenix, they have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Carter. Carter hits them both. Minnesota leading by 22. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. A nice shot by Teague.
As soon as Teague pulls up for the jumper, you just have a feeling it's going to go in.
Carter with the 3, drills the three-pointer. Carter's got 9 points now in the quarter.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Now here's Johnson from deep. And that one released in time, but no good. And so it's Minnesota finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding, amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Andrew, the energy and effort were apparent throughout that first half. How were you able to do it?
We had a good practice, working hard, really putting things together. Keep doing that and come out with a W.
Hey, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. What a start it was for Karl-Anthony Towns. He had 27 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. And Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Well, they were completely in rhythm shooting the basketball. Just watching the flow of their offense, everything clicked into place. Fantastic shot selection. They took advantage of everything the defense gave them.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Phoenix?
Way too soft in the paint defensively. They were all late on their rotations. Obviously, that's a recipe for getting cooked. I like eating that barbecue chicken. They got to do better, Ernie.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Karl-Anthony Towns has been sensational.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball.
Aaron Baines.
Setting the floor for the Suns.
Yes.
Rubio and Booker. They're the backcourt. Inside, Saric and Baines. And it's Oubre in at the 3 spot. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it. So it's Rubio bringing it up for the Phoenix Suns. Sharch dishes to Rubio. Booker with no one around. Off target from 3-point range.
I'm not sure how he finds himself. It's so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Here's Rubio, following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Rubio the pass to Booker. Over Wiggins, and the shot is long. Towns with it, now guarded by Booker, and the shot goes in. And that's now 29 points for Karl-Anthony Towns.
They are just killing them on the interior.
The Suns have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Rubio the pass to Booker. Back to Rubio. Pulls up from the corner. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Aaron Baines. That'll be his second foul of the game.
That's his second personal foul.
The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Here's Teague, and again it's Minnesota.
Well, great start. Check that box. They've made their first 4 shots, guys, and the offense looking very fluid right now.
Booker against Wiggins. Will it go? Phoenix, no good that time either.
Ooh, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Here's Oubre. 8 points for him. Over to the left wing. Rubio finds Sharch. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Sharch has got 8 points.
That is all timing right there. Just led him perfectly.
And it was made clear early on to Ricky Rubio that the Jazz were moving on from him. But Rubio quickly finds a home in Phoenix. 3-year deal for Rubio, who is a good fit with the Suns. Having a real point guard on the team like Rubio should be a huge boost.
Devin.
A nice shot by Booker.
Yeah, I think Booker's motivated tonight here. He's starting to play very aggressively. I want to see him more in there on the offensive glass.
Another possession, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Rubio taking his time here. Here's Baines. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in.
Aaron Baines.
Baines has got 19 points. The Timberwolves have gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go down in this quarter. What a fantastic start to the half. That one good for 2.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Now here's Booker. He's got 22. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Covington.
And last year, a tough one for Jeff Teague. Just couldn't put together his normal level of play.
You know, Teague missed some games with injury, but his shot just wasn't consistent. His passing and playmaking were as strong as ever, but you just couldn't rely on him to score.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team, Greg.
Culver's checked in for the Timberwolves. And here on the 2K leaderboard are the teams with the quickest hands in the league. In fourth, the Timberwolves.
You can't get careless with the basketball against this group. I mean, they'll pick your pocket, and no surprise to see them in the upper echelon as far as steals.
First one falls for him. Brent, you know, the NBA not the only league with great players and great play. Talk about some of the other prominent leagues around the world. There's some terrific competition.
There's some great competition overseas in the Turkish leagues. Some very good players that play in the Russian league. There are some great players who are coming out of Australia, and we're actually seeing players now skip playing in the G League to go down to Australia to start their development and professional career. So when we talk about the world game, Kevin, we're not joking around. It's a very real thing, and we continue to invite the best players that we can find, and they come from all over.
Here's Rubio after the made shot from Robert Covington. Saric has the open look. Phoenix no good that time either. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. That one drops for him.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Phoenix has gotten off to a very slow start from three-point range in the second half. They're 0 for 4. And slam dunk by Saric.
And you have to get Saric out of the paint. Once he's inside, he's ready to take it home.
And kind of par for the course here, right? Coming through with a solid offensive game to help them get this lead.
The Suns have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the third quarter got underway. Passes to Baines. And the rejection by Towns.
And his foot movement is what makes Towns such a terrific shot blocker. He moves so well and can defend just about any position on the floor.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Shots good by Baines.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Here's Teague. Another shot. And the layup good by Covington. Covington's got 22.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Yeah, those are tough. You get back into the game by working harder than the other team, not the other way around. They're just going to extend this lead. He can be just lethal from the perimeter. Even though he didn't get good looks in the first quarter, will that make right there? That can change things.
Here's Towns. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Towns has got 33.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Now here's Booker. He's got 24. Shots good by Baines.
Well, that equals his three-point total from the first half. He had one before the break, and that's his first three of this half. Well, he finds some space in that in-between gap there, Kevin. Too bad he can't release that one on target.
Oubre, good.
Capable of hurting you with that kind of jump shot.
Now the Timberwolves with it. Here's Culver. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Rubio, the pass to Booker. Now here's Saric, covered by Wiggins. Back to Saric. Kicks it to Oubre. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Going up inside, Oubre with a nice rhythm touch there.
Here's Wiggins, and another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Phoenix calls timeout.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
On my kid, in addition to that fact, I went legit. Now, according to the way that I'm positioned in this biz, it look like I'm just gonna keep on getting rich. Know that West Side. For rap, this, bust, all this rap money. Look, I need too much. Money, loyalty, and love. In the dream we trust. You'll be switching up the players on your team too much. Johnny Copy, that's my low, Young Supreme, what's up? And we travel around the world getting cream or what? Ain't you get off on whoever hustles seem to brush? Las Vegas, yeah, you. After all that looking tough, all he seen was 50 Cent and Mayweather with us. True story. All my life, been grinding all my life. Sacrifice, hustle paid the price.
Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Gorgie Dangs checked in for Towns. Jordan Bell comes in for Robert Covington. Jake Layman's checked in for Culver. And Okogie subbed in for Andrew Wiggins. Pass to Kaminsky. He kicks it to Johnson. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
A nice shot by Teague.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here is Carter. He's got 9. Pass to Kaminsky. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. And it's Carter missing.
And guys, you've heard of overpassing. Well, that shot was an example of underpassing.
Maybe they can find a way to establish some rhythm in the next few possessions with the extra pass.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Fires from the wing. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Here's Kaminsky, and finished off by Kaminsky.
He just bangs down the one-hander.
2 very easy points right here. Jang, no luck. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the Phoenix Suns. Here's Bridges. That's in there. Carter with the assist. Carter's got 6 assists here tonight.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Teague can't hit. Phoenix has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. And stolen by Jang. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Here's Layman. The shot misses. The Suns go the other way with it. Now Johnson. He's got 14. The pass to Kaminsky. He's looking for Diallo and finds him.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. A nice shot by Teague.
Well, just keep feeding and feeding and feeding Jeff Teague. Not missing anything right now.
Carter, the pass to Bridges. Back to Carter. Rebounded by Bell. Bell's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
Yeah, they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now is massive.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, their energy level's been amazing. Battery bar still full, hustling and still working hard out there.
Here's Johnson, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. And Gorgie Jang is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Jang.
Noah Vonleh.
.156 left in the third quarter of the game. Kaminsky, the pass to Bridges. 6 to shoot. Passes it to Johnson. The 3. Vonleh with the rebound. Minnesota shooting a mind-boggling 79% off the floor. Got that bucket in no time at all. Layman's got 4 this quarter.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
Pass to Kaminsky, and Carter has it in the corner. Down low. Bridges misses.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Well, a promising start last year from Mikal Bridges. The offense was there, but it was his impact defensively
that has really gotten most people's attention. A lot of great tools for a young player. And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Here's Teague, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Teague's got 23 points.
Yeah, he's going to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
Well, defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
Carter, the pass to Diallo. Now, here's Bridges. He's guarded close. Violation call. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Graham's checked in. Now here's Teague. He's got 23. 26 seconds left to play in the third. On the wing, Johnson. From the arc. Rebound, Minnesota. Okogie's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Graham, and it's good off the back rim and in. Graham's got his second basket of the night.
Oh, great ball movement there.
To the right side. Carter, left side. Fires for 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Minnesota on top, running away with this one. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Vonleh. He's out there with Bell. And it's Bates Diop in at the 3 slot. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
Wow, 10 straight points from mid-range.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Phoenix. Pass to Johnson. They double-team Johnson. Back to Carter. That one falls, coming off the Johnson feed.
I just really like how Tyler distributes the basketball, skilled at quickly getting the ball over to the open man.
Here's Okogie. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3. Okogie's got a nice night underway, shooting 6 of 9 from the floor. A nice shot by Carter. Carter's got 4 points now in the quarter.
It makes up for a lack of speed with just tremendous effort and hustle on that play.
Okogie misses. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Now here is Carter. He's covered closely. Johnson dishes to Johnson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first.
Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats do you personally hold most valuable?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. I laugh a lot
which is everything shooting. Free throws.
Yeah, well, I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt 3-point shooting percentage, 2-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit like, oh, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league?
Right.
As if, you know, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
Culver's checked in for Josh Okogie. So Johnson hits 2 of them.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Fires from 14. Rebound by the Suns. Diallo's got 6 rebounds in the game. To the inside. A slam dunk by Diallo.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Shot from 16. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
And Culver's been aggressive as well, and his shot is going down with consistency.
Knocks it loose. Out on his own on the break. Noel throws down the breakaway jam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
Here's a Kobo, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
And the Timberwolves call time here. When people talk about a player's mileage limit, do you think total games is the most accurate assessment?
I don't think so, Kevin.
What is it?
It's the amount of minutes that players play.
Yeah.
I mean, there are plenty of studies out there that teams are digging around on when players reach. And trust me, they got to be lucky, but you're talking 35,000, 40,000 minutes in the league that the body is just not capable at that point of replicating the things that it's done year in and year out. So forget about the games. Go to total minutes played. That's where you'll find the biggest fall off for some of your favorite players that have amused and entertained you for years.
Interesting. Timberwolves have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the 4th. A pretty nice efficiency there. Noel and the Timberwolves tack on 2 more. Noel! And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the 4th. Akobo, the pass to Diallo. Now here's Kaminsky. Defense is right there. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just swipe the candy from him.
Noel. It's hauled in by Diallo.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. So when it comes to choosing, Brent, the MVP, the Coach of the Year, the Rookie of the Year, all these different great awards, do you like the current voting structure for these big awards right now?
I don't mind the current voting structure. I don't know how you get away from what it is that, in terms of handing people ballots to figure out who it is that they think have earned those awards throughout the year, Kevin. What I don't like about the structure is that you have media members who are voting on things that have huge financial ramifications for organizations. And when that stuff happens with a player who's going to earn a supermax contract because he made an all-NBA team, what you're going to start doing is restricting smaller market teams from being able to afford the ability to keep their star player with the team. And so that needs to be fixed and fixed immediately.
I do not like the media. Wait a minute.
Wait.
I am the media.
You are the media, Kevin.
Strike that. Let's rewind.
Can we delete that?
Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Gets it to go for bucket number 8. He's taken just 10 shots.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
A nice shot by Culver.
And I love the rhythm Culver plays with. It's what helps him create the space to knock these shots down.
Now the pass to Baines. LaQ. Yep, it counts.
LaQ.
The Timberwolves have gone 7 of 10 shooting the ball since the start of the 4th quarter. Here's Culver. And that one hits back iron.
Pretty lax defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
And that one, good.
Now, their plan working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Kept alive, Minnesota. Here's Vonleh. Goes back up, and the layup is good.
This is a kid who loves to play. Vonleh working hard on the offensive boards, then going into a myriad of moves that he's been developing for the score.
Akobo, the pass to Diallo. Here's Johnson, and Johnson with the stuff.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. Here's Culver, and there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Assisted by
Here's Akobo.
Noel.
Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Vonleh. Vonleh's got his 4th rebound in this one. They grab their own miss. Bell's shot is good.
Yeah, you got to put a body on Bell. You just have to, or you risk these kind of plays.
Here's Akobo. Dishes to Baines. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
And the decision-making proving to be outstanding. Culver just has a knack for taking advantage of the D in the open floor.
Johnson with it. Player salary is obviously a large investment, Brent. What are some other investments that owners can make to help their team get better, either on the floor or off?
Massive one, Kevin, obviously, is in terms of your players' wellness and what it is that you're doing with your physical therapy staff, your strength and conditioning staff, because you want these guys available at the best and maximum potential physically that they can give you. A lot of teams, quite frankly, in the past couple of seasons, Kevin, looking into other ways, holistic therapies, mental approach that they can have mental wellness for their players as part of their programming. So teams that think you build some beautiful practice facility and just let the guys go bounce the ball around and shoot are absolutely missing.
Right? Yes.
Yeah, they're missing the boat on what it is that their players require, need to be complete as people.
Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Well, those interior passes can be dangerous sometimes, but if the timing is good and you execute it there, you can get easy hoops.
And it's good for 2. Culver's got 14 points now in the second half.
And how about the balance there from Culver? Really good at staying in control despite the D being all over.
He can't get it to go. And here's Vonleh. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
With the shot.
And it's Akobo with the ball for the Phoenix Suns. Inside. The slam dunk by Diallo.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Here's Culver, and again it's Minnesota.
And this team looks to Culver to score. This is his role, and he's proving quite effective at it.
And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options, qualifying offer. Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract. And that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice. You potentially could get 3 years and sometimes 4 when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year, changing franchises around. But a player that's providing way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does. And the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, could I fast forward 3 years? Because I really like to cash in on what I'm doing for you. Well, he felt the double team coming, quickly located the open man.
Baseline J on the way, and again it's Minnesota.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
Kicks to Johnson. To the paint, LaQ. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
Yikes. Bad miss. If he could be more assertive as a finisher inside, he would be so much more effective.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. To the middle, here's Diallo. A slam dunk by Diallo.
You know, didn't need two hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. But they get it back. Second chance shot. And Baines pulls it down. Baines has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Down low. Shot good by Diallo. Diallo's got 14 points now in the second half.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
And taken away by Johnson. Pushing it up. LaQ. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first.
It goes on Noah Vonleh. You know, Brent, something other major sports do, reseeding during the playoffs. The highest seeds always will play the lowest seeds. And do you think the NBA should go down that road?
I think the consideration will still be there. I think that conversation is going to happen over the course of the next 2 or 3 years. I don't see it changing in that time, Kevin, but it's healthy to continue the dialogue to the point where maybe we do get there.
Mm-hmm. That free throw, no good. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Jang, he's checked in for Jordan Bell. Jake Layman comes in for Noah Vonleh. And Andrew Wiggins is subbed in for Culver. Kaminsky, he's checked in for Phoenix. He's off on the second. Minnesota's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Jang, no luck.
And that's one way to end up in the highlights.
Yeah, well, the bloopers, right, GA?
1:30 left to play in the final quarter. Chalk up 2 there. Diallo's got 24 points.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Timberwolves.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought. An all-around dominant performance. Can you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game?
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall. And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Teague.
So sharp on the passing tonight. You know, guys can get into a rhythm that way, too.
Brent, a few players now host podcasts, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Any thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality. It grows them as people, I think, Kevin, especially I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over,
yes.
And you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior and you're a college player and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about in their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for the players.
And the Timberwolves call time here. They're up by 26. 46 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
Like Muhammad Hadid, I take this too serious. My comic relief. I find it funny how I keep on talking in commas increase. I'm standing at the top of where the climbing to reach. I even got my very own initials inscribed in my sheets. Subtle reminders are key. Jeez. Spoiler alert, the second act is tragic. And everyone that wants the worst for me is asking what happens. Yeah, so many times I started walking backwards. Like Charlemagne, I see the light and see the darkest patches. Bury me and I'll be born again. I walk in godly form amongst the mortal men. I got some real across the border fence and made a note of the mistakes we can't afford again. Like I said, can of worms and I'm the early bird. Wanna hang, but I'm too busy doing dirty work. Hit him back and say we'll link up on a 33rd.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Jeff Teague.
And this game has been a showcase for his exceptional court vision. All night long, he's been seeing plays develop way before anyone else and never missed a chance to find the open man. It's been teamwork and ball movement at its finest.
He's been their pulse tonight, the player who's guided them to the win, and it's a win they needed coming off a loss in their last one. .46 seconds left in the game. 2 points, that one goes. 35 points for Karl-Anthony Towns.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
Yeah, huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
To the inside, count that one.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
From deep three-point range, rebound by the Suns.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they could never find.
I mean, the energy here is just so tremendous. Fans involved from the get-go, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see that rhythm and flow from their perspective.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
It feels great, I think the whole team played great. We shared the ball, we got rebounds, we made big possessions, so I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats again. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up for Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you later.